This is section 5.6, part 4, last two problems. Again, we have more complicated things together. We have three things multiplied together. Just as always, I could multiply these two together and then get that answer and multiply it here. I could multiply these two together first. I could even multiply these two together first and multiply this one third. What you generally want to do is you want to take your more complicated things and multiply them together. But more than that, if you see that you have one of these special forms, you definitely want to multiply that first. So what I'm going to do is, just like on the previous problem, the one that we did on the last page, I'm going to carry this p down and then multiply my answer by that at the end. Okay? So what do I have here? I do have a difference with squares, opposite signs, same terms. So I square my first term. 3 squared is 9, p squared, minus, square your last term, 7 squared is 49. Now distribute this p. Remember that the p has a first power on it, and we're adding exponents because we're multiplying. So this is 9p to the third power minus 49p. Okay. All right, so this one is more complicated than anything I would put on a test, but I do want you to understand what's going on. I have x plus 3 cubed instead of squared. What we can do is you could write it like this. Because that's what it means. It's multiplied out 3 times. But I could also imagine that these two were together and write it like x plus 3 times, since there are 2 of them, x plus 3 squared. So what I've done is I've rewritten this into a form where I know something about this. What I have here is a binomial squared. So like we did before on this one where we brought the p down, here I'm going to bring this whole thing down with me for a little while. And then I'm going to deal with it after I multiply this out. So we have a squaring a binomial. So the first thing we do is we square the first term. If we square the first term, that will be x squared, and this should be in parentheses. Write down the sign from the middle. This is a plus, so this is a plus. Okay, let's see if I can, no, I can't get it all on the screen. There we go. All right, multiply the two terms together. That will be 3x, and then double that, which will give you 6x. So the middle here should be 6x, plus square the last one, plus 3 squared is 9. Okay, now what I have now is a problem that's very similar to what we worked in the last section. I need to distribute. I'm going to take this x and distribute it all the way through. And then I'm going to come back and distribute the positive 3 all the way through. And then I will likely have to combine like terms. Okay? So, what do I have? X times x squared is x cubed. X times 6x would be 6x squared. X times 9 would be 9x. Okay, now come to the 3, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my like terms to make it easier to combine them. 3 times x squared is positive 3x squared. 3 times 6x would be 18x. 3 times 9 would be 27. Combine like terms, you get x cubed plus 9x squared plus 27x plus 27. If you were able to follow this, you are in really good shape.